Alright guys, we are back with another video. Now, I have been away for a little bit because I've been trying to work the market a little bit. I've been not buying and selling, but I've been selling some of my higher, I guess what you would call higher tier items to try and get money for other sets. Now, I've only managed to sell like 2 or 3 higher tier, just higher quality exos that I had, and I actually managed to pull out this set and one other one, which I will be making a different video for that one. It's going to be the Intel Chance set. That's going to be a whole separate video because that's a really good set for a fog, and I really like how it came out. This set right here, we're going to take a look at two options. It's going to be Earth Chance, both of them, and it's going to be a bow version and then a Dags version. You guys tell me, what do you prefer? This right here is the Dags version of it. These are how the characteristics end up. You get 1.5 in VIT, which could be better, but I like this version of it because I'm able to pull out a lot of damage. You could just throw the emerald on there, and then you end up with 1,008. And if you want, I believe you change the shield out to one that gives 50 more, and you end up with 1,009. With 4,009. So 4,900 in VIT, which is not bad, but this is how I personally like to run it. We have 764 in strength and 669 in I don't have the elite pack anymore, which sucks. 69 in chance. I believe what we did was we put 200 into each stat. Yep, that's what we did. We put 200 into each stat. We were running 11 AP, 6 MP, 3.4 in initiative, 5 range, and 2 summons. So let's take a look at the advanced characteristics. We have 47 in crit, so we have, that's a decent amount of crit. We have 250 power, which basically means that you add 250 to 750, and that'll get us to basically 1,000, I believe, almost. Or am I doing math incorrectly? Yes, I believe it brings us to 1,000. And then it brings the chance up to like 850 or 950, something like that. I'm not doing math correctly in my head right now. So we actually do add a decent amount of power on this set. Our damages, which is what I love about this set, are very high. We have 60 critical damage, which is nice. It adds to our total damage. We have 77 neutral, 156 in earth, and 137 in strength. And my bad, in water. Our reses are very nice. The only one that could be better would be the neutral, but we'll live with it. We got 12 neutral, 35 earth, 35 fire, 30 water, and 27 in air, which is pretty nice. Let's take a look at the damages for a quick minute, just so we can show you. Let me make sure that my spells, they're not. So I'm going to have to quit real quick. Oh, and I don't have my bonus pack. So let me just show you guys what the damage is for the most important part. This is the set. Let's take a look at it real quick since it's already up here. This is going to be our helmet. I have it Exo Summon. These are our Dags. I have them Exo 100 in VIT. This is our cloak of 1,000. I have it Exo 3% res in earth. Our pet will be the res pet. Our boots are going to be Exo 100 in VIT as well. Exo range, because this belt takes away a range. And this is our new MP Exo, because I sold the last one I had for a very good amount in order to build these next couple sets. our Exo AP, which is perfect in damage. This I bought for a really good price. These two Exos right here are very cheap in the market right now. And an MPXO is about 9MK. An APXO, I bought this for I believe 11MK, and it is perfect in all the damages, which is pretty nice. And this is our amulet. We have it over 100 as well, not over 100, but just about over 100 as well. And in VIT, and these are the Dofuses we're running, the typical Dofuses. And now let's take a look at some of the damage, so I can show you guys what it looks like and why I like this set, why I built it. Now, it is a pretty good set. The only negative with any crit set is when you don't crit, but we do have a lot of crit in the set. We have 47, so that is pretty nice. Let's wait 2 more turns. Not 2 more, I think it should be 1 more. Yep, there, right there. Let's give ourselves and the harpooner some damage. Never forget to do that. We'll do an ambush. So our ambush on crit is going to be 1,455. That is the max amount of damage we can output, which is pretty nice. And there we go, we crit. So our ambush turns out to be 2,040, which is pretty nice. Let me see, am I missing something? Because I was getting higher damage output earlier on. I just want to make sure I'm not missing anything on the set. I don't believe I am. Let me make sure that ambush is at level 4, which at level 6, which it should be. All right, so you see there, and then it attacks for 517 as well. Let's see if we could pull out another crit. No, we cannot. You know how that goes, guys. Let's do our dags to show you why I like the dag version, because when there is classes that are up close and personal, you are actually able to deal very nice damage. You guys see here on a crit, we're dealing 1,137. That's the max that we can put out, and I'm probably not going to crit on any of these. You see that? It's still very good damage, even though I'm not critting. We're doing 740, which is very nice. Now let's see if we could crit. The damage is still very nice, even though we're not critting. You see 800, and then when we do crit, it jumps all the way to 1,114, which is pretty nice, guys. The damage is definitely there. This set is very nice for the damage it can put out. You're looking at 2,000 on an ambush. That is the most important part of a crit damage set, or not a crit damage set, just a crit set for a fog. Is the damage that it can put out is pretty nice. Let's pass a couple more turns. Let's try and get our full combo in and see how it looks like if we could get it all to crit and things like that. Let's see. Let's take a look at one more ambush. Looking at 1,034, which is pretty nice. Now our full combo would theoretically be we ambush. In this case, it did not crit. Even if it doesn't crit, guys, look at the damage there. It's 1,007. You're still hitting very nice. The damage is going to be there. And there you go. That would be a full combo. We are half crit. We are above half crit on everything in the set. So our chaffers technically would come out crit, even though you see there, it happens. That is what happens when you deal with a crit set. Sometimes the crits don't come out. You see right there, I hit 2 dags. Without Scat Partner, you're looking at 1,000. It's pretty nice. There probably is a couple other things I can change on the set to make it look a little better, but as of right now, this is how I'm running it. And now let's take a look at the bow version of the set. So this is the bow version of the set. The only thing that changes is that we now have a bow. It's a part of this set, so the bow itself does bring 6 critical damage, and then we do get a damage buff and a stat buff a little bit. We do gain 15 more crit, so this is how our stats look. It's 282, my bad, 822 in strength and 822 in chance, and we do gain a lot more initiative. We have 4.1. We lose a range, which is not a big deal, but it is useful to have. We are 53 in crit now. We have 53 crits. The power goes down a little bit, so we go to 170 in power, but our critical damage goes up to 101, and our damages, I believe, stay pretty much the same. Our reses change slightly. We have 12 in neutral, as we did in the last one, 35 in earth, 33 in fire, 30 in water, and 35 in air. So they're a lot more leveled out. And let's take a look at the damage that it can put out. It's pretty much the same thing. I think on this version it is slightly higher. I'm not gonna lie to you guys, it is slightly higher. I do like this version as well, because it does put out a lot of I believe it jumps up to 2.1 kind of the ambush, or 2.2 almost, depending on the scenario. Let's wait one more turn, make sure it's at level 3. It is at level 3. I got the percent. Now let's boost our harpooner. Let's see if we crit on the ambush. You see here, our ambush is doing 1.4 all the way to 1.6. So it does go up. Our crits go up as well. You see right here, we do 2.269 on an ambush. So it does jump up a little bit. The only negative, it's not really a negative, I would say, is that you can't hit up close with those classes that are, you know, up in your face. With dags, you will melt them if you crit with the dags, even though the bow still hits pretty nice on this set, don't get me wrong. Let's see here if we could crit on the bow. So the bow is doing for 5 AP, 1000 to 1100, and if it crits, 1003 to 1000, basically 5, which is pretty nice if it crits. You guys see there, it did 1.4 on a crit. Like I said, the set does have very high damage when you crit, but I would say when you don't crit, the damage is still there. 1007 on an ambush is very good damage. You're still going to be dealing a shit ton of damage with a lot of spells. Let me show you guys. You are 1/2 crit on basically every spell, but you know how that goes, guys. Sometimes you crit, sometimes you don't. And I'll show you guys real quick right here, just that we are 1/2 crit on every spell. I just don't have some of them leveled max, because I was messing around with the Intel chance set. You see here, we're 68% crit, 68% crit. These don't. 68% crit, 68. They're basically all 68% crit. Choppy Wake is a 73% crit. Ambush is a 58. 73. 73, even though we don't use it. 73. So they are all you're basically gonna crit on all of them. This one is a 68 as well. So we are above 50% on everything. And in the set itself, like I said, we have 53 crits. I'll show you guys real quick how many crits we have with what our crit percentage is with the dag set. So this is the set with the dags. We're looking at 62, 62, 62, 62. Weapon skill 52. They're all going to be 62 basically, and then Choppy Wake is going to be 67, and Ambush is going to be 52. So it is above the 50 mark, which is good. And that's about it, guys. Leave a like, a comment down below, subscribe. Let me know what you guys think, what you guys would change in the set. If there's different ways you guys have seen the set made that look better. And give me some ideas on maybe things I could change. So till the next one, guys. Peace.